Hey, this is Peter Dankelson from Pete's Diary. I'm here with Zack from Seymour Duncan.
Hey Pete, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good man. Happy NAMM.
Happy NAMM. Oh, this is awesome. This is a pretty cool place.
And this is your first NAMM show.
It is. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun just kind of taking it all in. It's been really fun.
So happy to have you here.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the Seymour Duncan.
Yeah.
We got a lot of cool new stuff at the show this year. Would you mind if I show you some of our
Sure, yeah, of course.
guitars? Yeah, so Seymour Duncan, we make guitar pickups in Santa Barbara, California since 1976.
Yeah.
And we've had a chance to work with so many amazing artists on signature pickups for their guitars, finding the voice for their instruments, and making sure that they're consistently sounding great every night. So that can happen in any number of ways. But one thing that we've been doing with our friend Joe Bonamassa, you probably know him.
Yeah.
Right? We've worked with him for, probably over a decade now on a lot of really cool pickup sets. And we're showing a new one at the show this year. This is Joe's new signature Greenburst Stratocaster pickup set.
That's awesome.
Joe, in recent years, picked up this really funky 1964 Stratocaster that had this wild green refinish on it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he saw it for sale. It immediately caught his eye, and he went to check it out and found out that it played and sounded amazing. And it's become a real staple of his live set.
Yeah, I think I've seen some photos and videos of it on stage.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah. So you're familiar with this green thing.
Yeah. It's like unusual, but in like a cool way, you know?
Yeah, it's like Fender never did this finish. This is totally like some kind of custom job that somebody did in their garage or whatever. But the pickups were really special. And in 1964, we're starting to see the Stratocaster pickups with a slightly different variation in the way they were built, with the gray bottom floor mod. And these pickups, Joe loves them because they're really spanky, really like powerful and punchy. And he's using them on, I would say, a good third of his set list. But
that's awesome.
the pickups are something that we are able to see the original guitar and open it and like take a look at the measurements and recreate them exactly. So then Joe comes into our office, brings the original guitar with him, and then we listen to the prototype pickups alongside of it. If any tweaks need to be done, we'll do them, and then the goal is to get it exactly spot on to the original. So we were able to have Joe come to the office with the original Greenburst Strat. He played it next to the prototypes, and thankfully we nailed it.
Oh, that's super cool.
These are really cool. They're about to be available. We're doing a limited run where you can get them with a certificate of authenticity signed by Joe and Seymour Duncan. And then they'll be available in our custom shop after that for forever, hopefully. So really, really great sounding pickups for anybody who's a Strat player or a jump fan. So another thing I wanted to show you that's also new for NAMM 2025. This is our mini pickup booster pedal. Seymour Duncan's been making pedals for a pretty long time. Have you ever tried out any of?
I know. I think I tried out a few in stores, but like I know I've seen some videos on YouTube for sure. You know, you dive down the YouTube rabbit hole and
exactly. You inevitably will find some Seymour Duncan stuff. The pickup booster is actually one of our oldest offerings in the pedal world. It is Bruce pedal, and we made it in a larger enclosure in the past. But at the NAMM 2025 show, we're introducing the mini version, which is the same great pickup boost for sound that you know and love, but in a small package. But also with that same resonant peak switch, which is really handy. So Bruce pedal is great for a couple things, whether it be taking a moment to make your solo cut through, a moment where you want to drive the amp a little bit harder, drive your tubes a little harder. You've got all that flexibility with the gain control. But then the resonant peak switch does some really interesting things. If you're playing with single coils, like even the
Yeah,
Gibbons, the Strat pickups over there. If you're at the flat position at 0, you're just getting a pure boost.
Yep.
But if you adjust the resonant heat switch up to this 1 setting, you're actually getting more of like a thicker, full body humbucker sound.
Oh, cool.
So you can kind of swap from a single coil sound to a humbucker sound just by kicking that on.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then if you're in the second position of the resonant heat switch, you get kind of a higher output humbucker sound.
Okay.
1 is more of a vintage humbucker, so not going to drive your amp as hard. But if you go to 2, it's a bit more like hard rock, sort of like hitting the tubes harder, overdriving the amp a little bit more.
Yeah.
So really fun, and now it's in a sort of space-saving size. So really excited for people to check that out.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least, I wanted to show you something cool. I know you're a Les Paul guy. You are got to be familiar with our friend Billy Gibbons.
Of course.
One of the best to ever do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we've had a long partnership with Billy. We've been making his pickups for forever.
Yeah.
We make his signature Pearly Gates humbuckers.
Yeah.
Great sounding set of vintage PAS with like a little bit more output.
Right.
Traditional PAM.
Yep.
Billy came to us a couple years ago and said he wanted Pearly Gates, but with even more. Like something with a little more output that's going to hit his amp a little bit harder. And sort of even out some of the guitars that he's playing. So what we did is we took the Pearly Gates and we developed a auto line for it. So these are the 80s Gates humbuckers for Billy Gibbons. That name, he came up with it. It's just too awesome.
That's totally Billy. He's always got those. He's got like the perfect like catchphrases.
Everything he says is cool.
It is. Yeah.
So
I would be surprised if that's like a hot sauce in a couple of months or so.
Right. He's getting hot sauce. Yeah, he loves everything hot. So we are really proud of these pickups. They sound awesome. If you're familiar with the Pearly Gates sound or Billy's sound across all of his records, it's really easy. It's that guitar kind of since the beginning. The 80s Gates is that with more output, a little bit more drive on the end, so that you can get a little more breakup. And they really do sound incredible. Great for Les Pauls or really anything with a double humbucker configuration. Come in cool finishes. We actually have an Eliminator red cover that we have out there. Also, they look really cool. So
that's so cool.
We're really proud of those. Those came out a couple months ago. Now, so I'm excited to have you try some stuff out. And, thanks so much for coming by and check out some of these others.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
All right now I'm jamming the Hades Gates pickups. These are like a pretty nice bite. So now I just turned off the pickup booster mini, and now I'm just playing it clean. Now let's throw some dirt on. All right, so now we got a little bit of drive thrown in. So now let's kick it up a notch.